It was a crisp autumn afternoon in San Francisco, and the streets surrounding Stanford University were buzzing with energy. Students rushed between classes, carrying heavy backpacks and sipping on overpriced coffee. It was the kind of atmosphere filled with ambition, young minds preparing for the future, dreaming of big things. Among them was Daniel Carter, a 21-year-old computer engineering student. Unlike his classmates, Daniel wasn't rushing to a lecture hall or study session. He was sitting alone on the steps of the library, staring at his laptop with a defeated look in his eyes. His fingers hovered over the keyboard, hesitating before finally closing the screen. The scholarship money had run out. His part-time job barely covered rent, let alone tuition. And now, his biggest dream, developing a revolutionary AI model, was slipping through his fingers. He had spent the last 3 years building an adaptive AI model, something that could revolutionize cybersecurity. But without funding, without access to better resources, his innovation would never see the light of day. It would remain just another abandoned project, one of many dreams lost to financial struggles. What he didn't know was that a simple, fateful encounter was about to change his life forever. Just a few feet away, Elon Musk walked through the campus unnoticed. Dressed casually in jeans and a black jacket, he looked like any other visitor. He wasn't there for a conference, a speech, or publicity. He was just passing through, taking in the energy of the next generation of innovators. And that's when he noticed Daniel. Something about the young man's expression made Elon pause. He had seen that look before, the look of someone on the edge of giving up. Without hesitation, Elon changed his path and walked toward him. "Hey there," Elon said casually, taking a seat next to him on the steps. "Tough day?" Daniel looked up, startled. He hadn't even noticed someone approaching, let alone Elon Musk, the man whose innovations had inspired him to pursue engineering in the first place. Yeah, you could say that," Daniel muttered, running a hand through his messy hair. "Just trying to figure some things out." Elon nodded. "Mind sharing? Maybe I can help." Daniel hesitated. He wasn't the type to spill his problems to strangers, but something about Elon's calm demeanor made him feel like he could talk. He exhaled deeply. "I've been working on this AI project for months, something I really believe in. But my funding just fell apart. If I can't pay tuition, I'll have to drop out before I can finish it." Elon leaned forward, intrigued. "Huh? What's your project about?" For the first time that day, Daniel's eyes lit up. "It's an adaptive AI system that predicts and prevents cybersecurity threats before they happen. Instead of just responding to attacks, it proactively secures networks in real time." He shook his head, the frustration creeping back. "But without proper resources, it'll never leave my laptop." Elon was silent for a moment, his mind processing everything at lightning speed. Then he smirked. "You got your laptop with you?" Daniel blinked, confused. Yeah? Show me." Nervously, Daniel flipped open his laptop and pulled up the AI prototype. Elon watched intently as Daniel walked him through the system. How it analyzed threats, how it adapted, how it learned from every possible cyber attack. Halfway through the explanation, Elon held up a hand. "Hold on." He pulled out his phone, typed something, and then looked back at Daniel. "You have a meeting tomorrow with my engineering team. I want them to see this." Daniel's jaw dropped. "Wait, what? Are you serious?" Elon grinned. "I don't say things I don't mean. If your AI is as good as it looks, I think we can find a way to make sure you don't have to worry about tuition or funding ever again." Daniel stared at the screen, then at Elon, then back at the screen. The man he had idolized for years had just casually changed his entire future in a matter of minutes. I don't even know what to say, Daniel stammered. Elon stood up and patted Daniel on the shoulder. Say yes. Show up tomorrow. And build something great. As Elon walked away, disappearing into the crowd, Daniel sat frozen in place. Just moments ago, he had been on the verge of giving up. Now, everything was about to change. The next morning, Daniel stood outside a sleek, futuristic building, the headquarters of Tesla's AI and cybersecurity division. He had barely slept. His mind raced with a million thoughts. Was this really happening? Was he really about to present his work to Elon Musk's top engineers? Taking a deep breath, he adjusted his backpack and walked through the revolving doors. The moment he stepped inside, the world felt different. He wasn't just a struggling student anymore. He was a potential innovator in one of the most groundbreaking companies on the planet. A receptionist greeted him with a warm smile. Mr. Carter, right this way. They're expecting you. As Daniel followed her through the high-tech corridors of Tesla's headquarters, he couldn't help but feel overwhelmed. He walked past rooms filled with engineers working on cutting-edge AI models, massive digital screens displaying lines of complex code, and robotic prototypes moving with precision. This was the future, and he was about to step right into the heart of it. Inside the conference room, a group of Tesla engineers sat around a large table, sleek laptops open, screens displaying complex data streams. At the head of the table, Elon Musk leaned back in his chair, casually scrolling through his phone. As soon as Daniel walked in, Elon looked up and grinned. Daniel, glad you could make it, Elon said, gesturing to an empty seat. Show them what you got. Daniel swallowed hard and sat down. He plugged in his laptop, took a deep breath, and launched into his presentation. At first, he was nervous. His hands trembled slightly as he navigated the interface. But as he spoke, something changed. The passion returned to his voice. He explained how his AI didn't just react to cyber threats. It learned, adapted, and neutralized attacks before they even happened. The room was silent as the engineers watched in awe. A few whispered among themselves, nodding in approval. Then one of them spoke up. This is incredible. The predictive accuracy is beyond anything we've tested. It could completely revolutionize how cybersecurity operates. Another engineer leaned forward, his interest piqued. You coded this on your own? With no team, no major funding? Daniel nodded. Just me, my laptop, and a lot of sleepless nights. Elon smirked. Told you he was onto something. The engineers exchanged impressed glances. One of them, a senior AI developer, turned to Elon. If we integrate this with Tesla's current security systems, we could create an adaptive AI model that anticipates vulnerabilities before they even exist. This could be a game changer. Elon leaned forward, locking eyes with Daniel. How fast can you scale this? Daniel hesitated. With the right resources, I could have a full prototype ready in 3 months. Elon grinned. Let's make it happen. As the presentation wrapped up, Elon stood up and extended a hand to Daniel. Welcome to the team, if you're interested. We'll take care of your tuition, and in return, you help us build something revolutionary. Deal? Daniel felt his heart stop for a second. This wasn't just an internship or a job offer. This was an opportunity to change the world. He gripped Elon's hand firmly. Deal. The engineers clapped, recognizing that they had just witnessed the beginning of something groundbreaking. Daniel sat back in his chair, still processing what had just happened. Just yesterday, he had been on the verge of dropping out, watching his dreams slip away. And now, he was working with Elon Musk's team on cutting-edge AI technology. Months passed, and Daniel became a key part of Tesla's AI security division. With unlimited resources at his disposal, his once impossible dream became a reality. His system was implemented into Tesla's networks, preventing cyber attacks in ways no one had ever imagined before. His AI model was no longer just a concept, it was now protecting millions of devices worldwide. The transition hadn't been easy. There were long nights, high expectations, and moments of self-doubt. But through it all, Daniel kept pushing forward, knowing he had been given a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Beyond the technology, beyond the success, one thing stuck with him. The moment a stranger had stopped, listened, and believed in him when no one else did. One evening, as Daniel was leaving work, his phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. Remember to help the next one. E. Daniel smiled. He knew exactly what that meant. One day, when he had the chance, he'd change someone's life too, just like Elon Musk had done for him. And that moment came sooner than he expected. Months later, Daniel found himself walking through the same university campus where everything had started. He noticed a young woman sitting alone on the steps of the library, staring at her laptop with the same look of quiet defeat he once had. He didn't hesitate. "Hey there," Daniel said, sitting down next to her. "Tough day?" She looked up, startled, just as he had been when Elon approached him. And just like that, the cycle of kindness continued. And that brings us to the end of this story. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Remember, kindness and opportunity can change a life forever. Thank you for watching.